Um, Good morning. It is gorgeous out here today. I got a lot of stuff I want to say. About to hop in my car and talk to y'all. I ain't gonna be like on here for talking to y'all for too long, but I do have some stuff I want to say. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Woo! The sun is shining. It is the world's first and only dark skin activist that's in the building. Darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Good morning, y'all. Hey, AC Walker. The other day I accidentally deleted the live I did, so that's why I'm finna do it again. My website is darkskinactivist.com. If you guys want to make a donation, I encourage you to donate. My cash app is $RashidaLala. Once again, $RashidaLala. So make a donation. Y'all like my sister locks? Y'all like my sister locks? Good morning, y'all. Let's see if I can turn the thing on, the camera on me. Hey, y'all. All right. AC Walker, I love you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you for being the first one on here, and thank you for supporting me. Like, I really do appreciate you. Hey, Celia. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful day. The sun is out and shining. I want to make sure I don't back up into one of these cars. Again, special shout out to Celia, special shout out to AC. Thank y'all for being the first to hop on here and show me some love and show me some support. I really do appreciate y'all. That's my car thing going off. Like, I don't want to back up in the middle of the thing. Y'all, it's a dark skinned man out there filming himself. I want to ask him what is he talking about, but anyway, I'm on here doing my own live. For those of y'all that don't know, my name is Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. Darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. That is my website. I am the first person in recorded history to start a movement to fight to end what some people call darkism. What some people call colorism, and I call it darkism. I actually coined the word darkism. I made up the word darkism because there wasn't a word to operationalize the unique experiences that dark-skinned people go through. So that's why I came up with the word darkism. I am the first person to create a movement to fight against colorism and darkism. My YouTube channel is the longest running channel. The longest running channel on YouTube. I started the first colorism channel. The first colorism channel. Okay? On YouTube. Let me let y'all see something real quick. This right here is Williams Park. My mother, when I was growing up, that park right there, my mom used to organize homeless food drives, and she would go over there, give the homeless people food, and I would do that with her, and I never forgot it. And I always appreciated her humanitarian work because she taught me how to give and how to be a humanitarian. Shout out to I think they are like selling stuff. I think they're selling stuff, but we was out there helping homeless people and giving away free food, and just helping homeless people. So shout out to my mom for teaching me how to be a humanitarian and give back, because to this day I still do the same thing. Like, if I'll help anybody if I can. But anyway, that's a little side note, because I was passing by that. I want to just kind of like talk to y'all about. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I ain't gonna be on here long, but I did want to talk about real quickly, and I ain't saying nobody's names. My sister locks is blowing in the wind. Let me roll the window up. My sister locks blowing in the wind. I'm not gonna say nobody's names, but I'm gonna talk about a situation that I know of about this dark skinned man that only wants to use this dark skin, or not, she's not necessarily dark skinned, but he wants to have a baby from a black woman just because he wants to have a baby. And he doesn't care if he ends up in a relationship with a woman. He doesn't care if they get married. He doesn't care if the child is really raised in a two-parent home by both of them, him and the woman that has his baby. All he wants is a baby. All he wants is a baby. Okay, all he wants to do is use this black woman, whichever black woman he decides to, or is, I would say, is dumb enough to have a baby with him. Because if they find out that all this man wants to do is use them for a baby, they are a fool, and they should not have no baby with him. Okay, and it's the same thing as a woman. Now, see, most of the time we hear about women only wanting to have a baby with a man, using a man to get a baby because they got baby fever. They don't care about the repercussions of if the baby is growing up in a single parent household, or if the person don't got no family members, and let's say something happens to them and they pass away, who gonna take? They don't care about none of that. It's just their need to have a baby. So this is the man version, y'all. This is a man version. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Okay. Also, make sure y'all go to my website and download a free ebook copy of my book entitled Darkism: 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. Also, make a donation. My Cash App is $RASHIDA'Lala. It is found in the description to this live. I think that it's wrong for any human being to do this, but because I'm the dark-skinned activist, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, I said the first and only dark-skinned activist because it's only one. I think it's wrong for a black dark-skinned man, especially given what dark-skinned people go through, to only want to use a black woman to have a baby with and not care whether or not they get married, whether or not they stay in the same household together, whether or not they raise this child together. See, this is what's at the root of dysfunction. The dysfunction of the black family. The dysfunction that goes on in the black community. When we have people like this dark-skinned man that I am describing, that only wants to use a black woman to have a baby. The black woman is good enough to have the baby with because they know that that's the only way that you're gonna have a baby. The only way you can have a baby is it's gonna have to come through the way that God created it, which is between a man and a woman. But what you're really saying is that that child is not good enough and not deserving enough to have a stable environment to grow up in, to have a stable home to grow up in, which consists of their mother and father. You're saying that that child is not good enough to have their mother and father raise them. How is that right? How is that okay? It's not okay. And people, that's why I am a staunch antinatalist. I believe in antinatalism. I had a brother ask me the other day that, could you pronounce that word you're always using? And I said antinatalist. So I want y'all to say it with me. Antinatalist. Antinatalist. An antinatalist is simply a person that is a moral humanitarian, in the sense that they believe that it is morally wrong to bring forth children into this world because the children will ultimately suffer, right? That's all the antinatalist is. And I didn't even know that there was a word for my belief. I was always like this, like in terms of having this belief before I even knew that there were people that were in the world that thought like me. And I'm not going to say always like this, but what I'm trying to say is I was this way before I knew that the word antinatalism existed, and before I knew that there was a movement around antinatalists. I've had the feeling and the belief that people need to stop procreating because procreation breeds suffering. And I knew this innately. Like, I knew it was something in my spirit. And the reason why I understood and knew this is because I grew up in poverty. I came from a very dysfunctional, screwed up mother. And may my dad rest in peace. I love my father to pieces. But I wish that he would have been antinatalist, because he did bring me into a world of poverty. He did bring me into a world where I'm behind. I'm dark skinned. I'm female. I'm behind. I always got to play catch up. I am the victim of discrimination. I am the victim of darkism. I am the victim of oppression. And as a little baby, I had no idea. As a little black, dark-skinned, little nappy-head little baby, just like the millions of dark-skinned, nappy-head little babies, we don't know what the fuck we be in for. Y'all bring us into this world, we don't know what the fuck we be in for. But I could feel it by the time I was in preschool. When I was in preschool, I knew that this world was evil and tough and people were mean and nasty. Because I remember this little monkey mouth, little ugly little girl, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I still hold grudges way back from preschool, that was lighter than me. And she had a looser curl pattern than me. And she thought she was running the whole fucking preschool. Well, you weren't running me. She was in my preschool class. I would never forget. I don't forget nothing, y'all. I don't forget the mistreatment that people, even way back to damn preschool. Yes, you may say, oh, it's petty, going all the way back. No, it's not. It's not petty. I'm going to talk about it. It's my life experience. I have a right to speak on my life experience about this little monkey mouth. She's like a little ugly little monkey. But she was already told that she was superior and better than dark-skinned little girls. And she brought that to the preschool class. I knew that I was poor and impoverished when my mother and my father had to pull me up out of Immaculate Conception, which was a lovely preschool that was peaceful, calm, non-ratchet, non-ghetto. But because my mama and daddy did not have the money to pay for me to go to that school, they pulled me out of that calm, wonderful environment and put me in the heart of ratchetness, in the heart of ghetto-ness, in the heart of violence, where people were fighting and carrying on and acting a fool. I had to go to school around such circumstances. And even in the kindergarten and preschool, I knew what the fuck I was in for. I knew that I had been born on hell on earth. So if you parents out there, you parents who are the problem, and I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, parents are selfish as fuck. Abolish Mother's Day. Abolish Father's Day. We don't need a day for you. Children did not ask y'all to bring us here. You opened up your legs. You had a good time. You had fun, and you brought them kids here. That child did not ask you to come onto this earth to suffer. You brought that child into this earth as a result of your selfish pleasure. Therefore, we do not need a Mother's Day or a Father's Day. What we need is a Children's Day. You parents don't deserve a Mother's Day or a Father's Day. You entitled ass parents that think that your children owe you something. Your children don't owe you a damn thing. They don't owe you a damn thing. Now, like I said on my other live, and I'm going to say it again. If you have a child that have a good heart and decides that, okay, I want to help my parent, I'm not against that. I'm not against a child helping their parents if that's what they want to do. But you should not feel no special entitlement. You should not be having children as a damn insurance policy. You should not have children because you want somebody to take care of you when you get old. See, it's all about you and what you want. And that's wrong. That's selfish. That's why I said you parents are the damn problem. Parents are the problem, but they want somebody to kiss their asses. They want somebody to worship the ground they walk on. And it doesn't make logical sense when you are the one that had fun giving birth to that child or procreating that child. And the child did not ask you to be here. So therefore the child don't owe you a damn thing. So stop with the entitlement. And then you have these parents that be trying to run their adult children's life. They're trying to tell a grown woman or a grown man what the fuck to do. Back up. You don't own that child. You're not the boss of that child. That child isn't responsible for your life and your fuck-ups. Well, you got some parents that don't even want their child to grow up and be happy. and get married and have a spouse and have their own life because they're so fucking entitled that they think that they own the child. Well, you don't own the child. Newsflash, when you have a baby, it's actually the state that owns the child. The state owns your child. You don't. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these selfish, entitled ass parents thinking about me, and what I want. Dark-skinned people suffer enough. So why are you sitting up here bringing dark-skinned babies into this world to suffer? Why, parents? You know that the child is going to experience suffering. You know that that child may experience darkism and racism and colorism. You know that if it's a black male child, the child could touch base with the criminal justice system. You know that if you're a fucked up parent, the child could end up in an abusive foster care system. You know that the child could potentially have a mental illness. You know that the child, if your ass is poor, you know that child gonna be behind. They're gonna be behind. And they're gonna have to play catch up. But you don't give a damn. You don't care because it's all about what you want. I want to start a family. I want a family. I want somebody to take care of me when I'm old. I want a cute little baby to love me. You are selfish. And I'm sick of it. Yes, LP, they're selfish and entitled. And it's the mothers and the fathers. I'm calling out both. It ain't just the moms. It ain't just the fathers. It's both of y'all. It's both. Selfish and entitled. And a lot of these mothers and fathers are toxic. You're toxic. You live in toxic households. You're raising children in toxicity. You're unfit. There should be a license that everybody got to get in order to have a child. Everyone should have a license. Everyone. I don't care what color you are. Black, white, purple, green, yellow. No, cat people, I disagree with you. The state owns your child outright. They may make you feel like, oh, well, we only gonna come in if we deem you unfit. But no. Every aspect of your human life is going to be controlled when you come into this world. So that means you're owned. Even though you so-called go home to your parents, it doesn't matter. You're going to be told what to do. You're going to be regulated. Your child. You're not the boss of your child. You might think you are. That's the delusionment. But you're not. You're not. And like I said before on my other live, this bears repeating. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Also make a donation to the Cash App. $ RASHIDA'Lala. $ RASHIDA'Lala. Once again, my Cash App is $ RASHIDA'Lala. People that do not have kids. Let me tell you, the people that got kids, they're jealous of you. The men that don't have kids and don't have to deal with child support and baby mama drama, other men are jealous of you because they want to be in a calm, financially secure position that you're in. The toxic mothers out here that want to encourage young women to have babies, they're jealous of you. They're mad because you're in shape. You haven't screwed up your body with a bunch of children from a bunch of different men, okay? They're mad because you don't have baby daddy drama. They're jealous of you. And don't listen to their toxic motherfucking asses. They're very toxic. They want you to be toxic like them. They want you to be miserable like them. Don't listen to them. Ignore them. You can get married and not have kids. You could get married and still have a family without children. Do not listen to these jealous, toxic ass females. And how do I know? Because I used to hear them all in the church. When a girl got pregnant or was under the threat of getting pregnant, they'll say to the girl, oh, gotta work it out. Gotta work it out. Gotta work it out. They saying that because they know that they trying to sneak God in there. They love to use God. These ratchet, toxic ass women, after they done did all their bad shit, they love to put God in it to get what they want. They use God as a form of manipulation to get what the fuck they want. But they're trying to manipulate you. Don't listen to their ass. They want you to be toxic and screwed up just like them. Don't listen. I wish I had more time to be on here talking to y'all, but I don't. I got to get off of here. But I done pretty much said what I needed to say. I think y'all get the message. It is wrong to want to have a child just to fulfill your own desires. And it is wrong to want to use a man or a woman only to have a child and not to raise that child with both their mom and dad in a two-parent home. It is wrong. And I'm here to let it be known that it's wrong. It's toxic, it's destructive, and it is the reason why I will remain an antinatalist. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta find my key. That's it, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. darkskinactivist.com. darkskinactivist.com. My cash app is $RASHIDA'S. And if the spirit hits me, I might come back on here and talk to y'all again when I have a little bit more time. All right? Peace.